Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel Evolve with Monette. I am a professional intuitive empath and I am so happy to share some energy with you today. Today I love to bring you guys with me and I am in St. Augustine. I've been doing a little bit of business and travel down the coast of Florida, and I was in Vero Beach the other night. If you saw the midnight editions, the after hours quiet storm, I have two of those up, one about manifestation and spell work, one about also a similar vein, but there was a channeling in there. So if you didn't see that and you're dealing with anybody that you're caring for, perhaps that may be terminally ill, that might be a video for you. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about today though is angel numbers. I am here with family, so we've rented an Airbnb, and I think we have found what I would consider the perfect beach bungalow. I've kind of been in search of this thing for all of my life, and sometimes they're too tacky and too gaudy and too over the top, and this is just the perfect mix, guys. But anyway, I digress. So while everybody's down for naps after lunch before we head out for the Lights of St. Augustine, which is a big deal. If you know, you know, we're going to do a cruise, an evening cruise, and go see that. I wanted to talk about the way that the angels are trying to light up your life. This number that came to me today while we were at Meehan's Irish Pub having lunch, the group of us, it was beautiful. And it was meant to happen. And I'll tell you why. When I got the check, I was paying for myself and another person, and the drinks for the table got put on my check. So that was not supposed to happen, but it was, right? And I didn't correct it because I knew that it was my angel's way of talking to me. So we have our check here. A nice note from the waitress at the top about my eyeshadow. I did love her, girl. I was like, girl, your eyeshadow's cute too, girl. Divine Feminines, if you're watching, share love. Share love when you get love, all right? And share it before you get it. That's the thing. She was an awesome server. But okay, here's the deal. The number at the bottom is why we're here. The angel number that I got, 7775, right? So my bill before tax added 7775, $77.75. So the number is 777, but we're going to add the 5 on too. We're going to do a little bit of metaphysical math, if you will, because that 5 is about change, and that's about things changing quickly. That 5 is also about coming out of a time of competition. When we're looking at tarot and we're dealing with the cards that are associated with 5, and I've got my cards here because, I mean, why don't we travel and work? That's kind of what I love to do. So it's not work when you're traveling to me, but I'll show you what 5 looks like. So here's what I want you to know while I drop everything. Here's what I want you to know. Angel number 777, however, is about you being in divine guidance with your true soul purpose. There's another thing here too, which is interesting, and it just happens to be the season in my life that I'm in, that it also pertains to twin flames, which I did not really associate with it because I've always just paid attention to the angel number. But when you are working through new things, they will teach you new lessons, and this is the season I'm in, apparently. So I have some new twin flame stuff coming up for those of you that are interested. But back to 7-7. This is dealing with finding your true path. This is dealing with your angels letting you know that you are being divinely guided and protected. Which is also what 5 of Wands would be about, protection, if it's looked at in a different way. Now, what I will say is that when you're working through 777, or when this comes in, it's because you have finally kind of jettisoned all of the feels of everybody else. It means that you are no longer playing a game to make everybody else happy, but you are instead really following your true north, or your north node. The reason that people say true north is because it is literally associated with the north node in your astrology chart. So find out what your north node is, and you will see the lesson that you're going to have to push through in order to get to your highest self and to be of most service to the world. That's what 7-7 does too. It talks about once you are unencumbered from ego, if you suffer an ego death or something major changes the perspective and the way you view yourself, once you've done that, then we're moving into this new place where you have the ability to really affect the world. Because when you don't give a damn what anybody thinks about you, you actually can go forward and do your job. They're bringing Mother Teresa to my mind right now, and they're saying Mother Teresa couldn't care about the way that people felt about her tax tactics. And it was hotly debated that while she was the kindest, most gracious woman, what she was a general. Can we talk about it? I don't know why they want me to preach this right now. They want me to talk about how Mother Teresa was a general. So while she was unassuming, they're telling me, meaning she was almost frail in her look and petite, that's the word, petite, they said that the thing with Mother Teresa was she was ferocious. And if she wanted something done for her people, she got it done. And in order to do that, she made sure that she networked and she was moving, because she always went in with a higher power purpose. All right, guys, so this is the message. I was wondering where they were going with that. They're saying that higher power purpose, getting in alignment with your north node, is what, when you see 777, your angels are congratulating you. The thing about that I love about it is with some angel numbers, they are directions, right? This one's not a direction. This one is like, we love what you're doing. Keep doing it. 777. 7 is for sure about this energy of, if you stay on this path, we're going to give you the greatest amount of success, the greatest yield for your investment possible. Plus, we're going to double it for your time and trouble. This is for those of you coming out of toxic karmic relationships, for your pain and suffering. We've got blessings on blessings on blessings. I have a video coming up about that. That song, is it Big Sean's in it? And I think Drake and Kanye as well, but I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a message about that. But here's the deal. Blessings on blessings are coming because you have done the work. What I love about 777 is it's God saying the cruise control's on now. And we just need you to keep going on this route for 97 more miles. And that's such a relief after you've been in battle. So for those of you on any kind of romantic journey, they're saying you're on the good side of it now. For those of you that are not at all looking at this for romance, then what this is about purely, and this is the way I learned it primarily, it's about energy where you are moving forward and you are being guided and you're being 707 congratulated. So that's what your angels want you to know when that number pops up, is to pat yourself on the back and to not give up, because the world needs whatever energy you're bringing into it. If you're making a decision about a job, they want you to understand that they are bringing in exactly what you need to know about that. They also want you to know you're divinely protected. This is 7 of Wands, right? So with the 7 of Wands, you are divinely protected. God has got your back. And not only has he got your back, he is putting you into a position where the world is your oyster. He's bringing you out of this. That 5 number at the end, 7775 on my receipt. 5 is about being left out in the cold. We're coming away from this when we see this number specifically, and we're going to put this stank on it because they put it on it. So I think that this is about some of you guys that have felt lonely and that have felt like something didn't work out the way that you thought, or you felt abandoned by those that you've loved, or something that was promised you didn't come through. They're saying this is over. If you see this number, specifically if you see 75 or 775, then this is applicable for you. They're also saying that this is a time of you to understand that you are in a place of deep abundance where you're going to be guided every single day as to the next steps to take. No more wondering and worrying about what should I do? Have I done the right thing? Now the world is your oyster. Another 7. So they're saying with the world being your oyster, what we're bringing you into is the understanding that you have choices. You have options. What's poppin'? I got options. You now have options again. You know, usually we see this card when we're talking about a cheating situation, or if we're realizing that a spouse may not be as ideally faithful. So this is for those of you that are here for the twin flame part of the 777. But the thing to know about this is I love to see this in a new way. This is, to me, on this card specifically, says I now can identify the snakes in the freaking grass. I now know how to climb to the next level. I now know that there is an abundance of resources at my fingertips. I now know that if I wave my hand over something, I can manifest it. I now know that I am not scared of the dark because I did my shadow work with the bat over here. And because of that, I have time to contemplate and think. I'm no longer in a state of desperation when 777 appears. It means that I've done the heavy lifting, and that God is moving me into a place where I am in deep abundance with the ability to create. I am no longer dealing with this 7, the treacherous kind of betrayals and things that happen. I am now moving into the place of the abundant 7, where I now have not only my resources and my needs met, but I have the ability to affect the world in a new way. And the last thing they're showing me, they gave me the card that I was looking for. That 5, this is over for you. If you see 7-5, guys, this is over for you. You are no longer in competition. You're no longer in a poverty consciousness. You're no longer in lack. You're no longer in this deep kind of like need. You now have the ability to focus, and you get to have your needs met. And I love this again. We'll end it with that last 7 of Cups. Many choices are before you. So that's what I want you to know. That was a little bit longer than I intended it to be. I may put up another more concise one that really just deals with the idea of what 7-7 is. But I feel like that gets you to the place where you can understand your angels are communicating with you. If you're on this channel, you understand that we have evolved communication, and it keeps going and going, and it gets deeper and deeper, and it turns into paragraphs. But this is the beginning, and these are the preliminaries, and you've got to learn the basics about how you're being communicated with so that you can move into the next place where it starts to deepen. If you're seeing 7-7-7 or 7-7-7-5, as my receipt said, the place that you're in is exactly the place you need to be, but there are more changes that are happening. The thing about it is you don't have to do anything. All right, I've covered it. That's it. Understand that you are divinely guided and protected, but beyond being divinely guided and protected, give a chance for providence. Even the things like the drinks being on my tab that weren't supposed to be there, that you think are not right, do in fact turn out to be exactly as God planned. Didn't Drake talk about that? God's plan. The universe is no longer holding back from you when 7-7-7 shows up. All right, guys, come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.